All right, number 29. The scatter plot above shows the federal mandated minimum wage every 10 years between 1940 and 2010. A line best fit is also shown, and its equation is y equal to 0.096x minus 0.488. What does the line best fit predict about the increase in minimum wage over the 70-year period? Okay, so this line best fit represents the minimum wage, and see the x value represents years since 1940, and we see the general trend is that it's going upward, right? So it increases as time goes on, and the y value represents the minimum wage in dollars per hour. Okay, so yeah, and the line of best fit is this. So this is the equation y equal to 0.096x minus 0.488. So pretty much for this question, we know it's a linear equation. So they will probably ask us about the x-intercept, or excuse me, the y-intercept or the slope. Okay, this is in the slope-intercept form. So remember, if you have y equal to mx plus b, the slope is the m value, right? That's the number in front of x. And then the number in the end, that's the y-intercept. Okay, yeah. And the y-intercept in the linear modeling question like this is always the initial amount, right? So that means when we are 0 years since 1940, we're starting with this number, right? So negative 0.488. And then the slope is always a rate of change. So each year after that, right, each year since 1940, for each additional year, the minimum wage should increase by that much, right? 0.096. Okay, that's a rate of change. So let's go through the answer choices and see which one has this correct statement. So A says each year between 1940 and 2010, the average increase in minimum wage was $0.096. Would that be a true statement? Well, yeah, actually that's what we just said, right? So for each additional year, the increase should be 0.096. So that's what the slope is. Okay, so slope is a rate of change and tells us how much does the y value change for each additional x value. Right, so that's what exactly what it is. Right, so A should work. Okay, well, let's go through the other ones real quick. B says each year between 1940 and 2010, the average increase in minimum wage was $0.49. No, right? 0.49. I think they actually rounded the y-intercept. But again, here they're describing the rate of change, so that should be the slope and not the y-intercept. Okay, so it's not B. C says every 10 years between that 1940 and 2010, the average increase is 0.096. Not every 10 years, although the graph kind of label it as like they label the scale in terms of 10 years. But then our slope still represent the change in the minimum wage per year, okay, per each year. Okay, so no matter how they label the graph, our slope is still per year. Okay, because that's what the model represents, right? Okay, so then, yeah, so then the model give us the for each increase of x value, right, as x increase by 1, the slope is 0.096. Okay, right, so the scale on the graph you can always adjust, right? But the slope represent for one increase of x value, how much does the y value change? Okay, so it's not C, and D again, not every 10 years, right? And it's not 0.48, so it's not D. Okay, so our best answer here should be letter A.